there, welcome to Dive Bar Comedy. I am Wild Joe.
This is GT.
And we are back for episode 56.
Yeah. Damn, Greece was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just got back from a European vacation. We stopped in Crete, Greece. We were there for a week, and then we stopped in Copenhagen, Denmark on the way back for a one-day layover.
Don't forget New York, the Trump Tower and everything.
Well,
we spent a day over there.
That was an accident. Because our flight got delayed coming out of LAX due to mechanical issues, and we missed our connection, and they made us wait a full 24 hours. So our trip ended up getting cut from 7 days down to 6 days. We ended up at JFK. We ended up in New York for a full day.
Yeah, New York was cool. You know, I'm glad we spent that whole day at New York. Just spending too much time in one place in Crete, Greece. I think it was 6 days was just perfect. You wouldn't need. I think it wouldn't have made any difference if we were there for 7 days or 8 days. 6 days was fine.
It was fun. You'd never been to New York, so you got to check out the city for the first time, and it also broke up our flight. Instead of having to fly straight that many hours, we got 2 different days to fly.
Yeah, it's like I'm still somewhat in a European time zone. I'm still slowly coming out of it. Right now in Europe is 4 a.m. Am I correct? It's like
I don't know. No, because right now we happen to be recording this in the morning. If it's 7:30 in the morning here,
it's 5 o'clock over there. 5:30
p.m.
5:30 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah. So we when we got back, we're waking up at 3 a.m. and then today we woke up at 6 a.m. So we're getting a little better.
Yeah, we were waking up early in the morning. The first time we woke up at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
And then the second day we woke up at 3 a.m. And today we woke up at 6 a.m.
Yep. Yeah.
We don't usually wake up this early, so.
No, we're up with the sun. We're like farmers. We're on the farmer schedule now.
Yeah. So
that's good. And
yeah, I can't even hit the mics because of my the
jet lag.
And I just like trying to get my head together. And I've been out of the scene for like 2 weeks now, and
we got a show coming up. We got a show on Thursday, so
I haven't even been working out just for a couple weeks because I've been on this vacation. We got 2 kids because I have to take care of the kids when I'm on vacation. Well, just being in an airplane with 2 kids constantly crying and people around us getting annoyed by the kids crying and
they're not
both kids
they're
want you.
Babies.
Both
not
babies
kids,
want
2
you. Babies.
Yeah.
One is a toddler.
Well, we did take advantage of the under 2 years old. They get to fly on your lap for free. So they're called lap infants, and we got 2 free plane tickets that way because our babies are under 2 years old.
Yeah, my baby boy only stays on me for like max 15 minutes, and then he wants mommy again, and then wants you were on the airplane breastfeeding.
Yeah,
both kids at one time.
Yeah. They don't want 2 kids in the same row in the same aisle because there aren't enough oxygen masks that fall from the ceiling in the case of, I guess, a crash or some kind of oxygen event. And so for safety reasons, they're not allowed to be in the same row, but they both wanted to be on me. I did feel sorry for the guy sitting next to you because when one baby stopped crying and then you switched to the other baby, then that baby would immediately start crying also. So whichever baby you were holding was the one that was crying, and the one that I was holding was not crying in general.
Yeah, they all want mommy because mommy has the goods, and mommy is the...
Mommy is magical.
Mommy is mommy. I guess mommy have the mommy feel. I just have the daddy feel. Then I could just probably hold him for like max 3 minutes. That's about it. And
well, you said you weren't working out, but you were getting quite an arm workout on the plane because you were bouncing those babies.
The only way I could make the boy stop crying if I bounce him. Can you imagine the first flight was 3 hours, and then the second flight was 8 something hours, and then on the way back took longer because it was the craziest ride back was from Crete, Greece to Copenhagen, Denmark, and the babies went completely berserk. Both of them.
That's a good word. That's true.
It was
But,
chaos.
Yeah, the older daughter, she's a year and a half. She is about 3 times louder in terms of decibel level. They were both crying and screaming at the top of their lungs, but I could hear, because I was a row back, I could hear her over the sound of the plane engine and all that at a much louder, shriller frequency than the boys. So even though they're both sad, they're both crying, she's the one that gets your attention a lot faster.
I saw people giving me bad looks from rows and rows down, standing up looking at us.
Oh, well, I don't know. There was a guy in front of us. Well, the one baby kept kicking his seat, the guy in front of us, and he kept turning around and kind of giving us a dirty look.
Which one?
On the flight back
to
LA.
He turned around and gave you a dirty look?
Well, he just kept turning around like, who the fuck is kicking my seat, But
because Phaedra, I told Phaedra, don't kick his seat.
Yeah, she kept kicking his seat.
Again?
And then she also, she got in trouble with the flight attendant because she was laying on the floor of the aisle. And the flight attendant said to me, you have to pick, and this is when you went to the bathroom. So she said, you have to pick your baby up, ma'am. You can't let your baby lay on the floor. And I had to hold the other baby, so I couldn't pick her up. So I just stood up and kind of watched her. And then some teenage-looking young guy said, can I help you in any way? And I said, yeah, here, hold this baby. I have to pick her up. And so as I handed him my 4-month-old baby, he says, I've never held a baby before, but I'll hold on tight. I was like, okay. So I handed my baby to some random teenager that had never held a baby before.
My God.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was bouncing. I was bouncing Ellis for like the whole time.
Yeah.
On the airplane.
Yeah, I saw you.
There was an 11 and a half hour flight. I was bouncing so he won't cry. That's the only thing, kind of like he still cries, but not to a higher level. So if you bounce him, his level goes down like 3-4 notches. So in order to just keep him at like number 2 or number 2.5, I have to keep bouncing him with my hand. And my arms still hurt to this day. And they were like,
hey, you got your workout. See, you got your workout.
It was a
Did
workout.
you ever switch arms, or you just always do the same arm?
Yes, I was switching arms to the left, to the right. And
we did some walking.
People next to me were looking at the kid. And
just
I even had someone in the front row.
Well, you had ladies.
I had someone give him their the Apple Watch, so Phaedra could play around with the Apple Watch.
And you had ladies that were offering to hold the baby. I mean, there was a lady that held Ellis for about 2 hours on one of the flights.
Yeah, I saw that.
She slept with him. Yeah,
I saw that.
I was like,
that was the only
weird.
flight from New York to Greece. That was the only flight where the baby Phaedra had her own seat.
Yeah,
and you guys had that. Bassinet, and then
the baby bassinet.
Yeah, and you guys were like relaxed, but on the way back, they were
pretty good. They were.
It wasn't that bad.
These long. I was actually surprised. They barely cried. They only cried really on that one flight to Copenhagen, and yeah, that was mainly when they had to sit with you.
You know what? I was just as nervous as much as me getting prepared to go to space. It was like
you were very nervous. You were very nervous.
Yeah, it's like, can you imagine? Like we were like, we're gonna go on this long flight with this crying baby.
We were both.
I was nervous as hell.
You were more nervous. You were talking about it for like a month leading up to it. How are we gonna get the babies to not cry? I said the babies are gonna cry. You just have to accept it. But they didn't cry nearly as much as I thought. They cried less than they even cry at home, and overall the trip was pretty pleasant. I mean, yeah, we have an extra load having to carry those babies and the luggage and all that through the airport, and you're constantly doing baby care. You can't go out partying the way you normally would on a vacation, but all said, it went pretty smoothly, and it was nothing to be scared about.
Yeah, it's like the first time I think I went on a vacation where I wasn't on the prowl for pussy. I was just walking around with the baby and pushing a stroller.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're not on the prowl, even if you just want to have fun, it's still hard. You can't go to nightclubs. You can't go really to the beach. You can't go hiking. You can't go snorkeling. You can't do any sports. You can't really do much of anything except for walk around and go to restaurants, as long as they're not too nice. Go to regular restaurants and eat. Go to the pool, the baby pool, but you can't swim. So it's tough. It's not as fun as going on vacation by yourself, But it is fun watching the little babies be cute and explore the world.
Yeah, it is fun. I'm enjoying the babies. It's a whole different life. I guess life has... being single is fun. Also, having kids, it's a different type of fun. So
yeah, I mean, I think the ultimate fun would really be being an adult with no kids, whether you're in a relationship or not. You could still have fun. It's not about you're either on the prowl or you're watching kids. Some people are married or their boyfriend, girlfriend. They go out together and have fun. They're not on the prowl, but they're able to do all kinds of things. And we didn't really have that period for very long. We just had our honeymoon, and that was about it. And now we're into the baby care period where we're not really even able to have just married adult fun or just coupled adult fun. So
yeah. So we're back, and we have a show coming up Thursday. This Thursday, the 29th, at the Liquid Zoo in Van Nuys on Sherman Way. And that one is 21 and over. It's another dive bar. We're going to be recording the sizzle. Again, we're going to be recording the final shots for the sizzle. The sizzle is almost done, according to the producer. It's going to be presented to TV. Hopefully it'll get picked up.
Yeah. So come on out on Thursday, and if you can't catch us on Thursday, check out our Facebook page, the Dive Bar Comedy Facebook page. I'm sorry, GT's Comedy Jam Facebook page, where you can find all of our shows, and also add us on Twitter at Dive Bar Comedy. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, you need flooring because your floors got messed up during their last party. You need flooring because your dog urinated all over the place and it's all brown and stained and it's buckling and it's warping because of your dog. You were out doing comedy. No one was home. Well, log on to selectflooring.biz. Selectflooring.biz. B-I-Z. And hit them up. Call them up. Say, hey, what your situation is.
Attention all drinkers. Attention all drinkers. Do you like a smooth tasting vodka that goes down with no burn? How about Global Vodka, straight from Italy? Check it out. You can find it at global-vodka.com. Not only does it have a smooth, great taste, it also is gluten-free and organic for you health nuts. So try Global Vodka. You can find it at global-vodka.com. Or next time you're in LA, check it out at Universal Bar and Grill. Dive Bar Comedy, we're here with KJ Vaughn. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Feeling good.
Good.
So KJ.
Wait, how do you spell Vaughn?
V-A-U-G-H-N.
Oh, very, very classy. Classy.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for about 8 months now.
Oh, they're new. You're brand new.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still pretty fresh at it, yeah.
Wow. Did your friends tell you were funny? Like, how'd you end up deciding to give it a try?
I had always wanted to try it. Back in college, I did some sketch comedy, never stand-up, and then I started to do it, moved out to LA to do it more.
Whoa. Wow.
And here I am.
You're serious. You're serious
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Wow. You hit the ground running.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate in the few months that I've been doing it to already get some gigs and get little stuff going.
Cool. How long is your longest set you can do? This is 7 minutes here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I have like 7 minute stuff. I don't really have 10 would be pushing it right now. I'm still working on piecing a couple bits together, but I usually do like 5 to 6 pretty comfortably. So, but I can stretch to 7. Little crowd work, simple stuff.
Nice. What are your favorite things to talk about? I mean, we're all gonna hear it. But
I
without giving your jokes away.
Yeah, I would say like maybe oddball or irreverent humor. I don't try to go like super vulgar or just like curse up a storm. I try and just find odd things in life, and I'm like, hey, what's up with that?
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you can be more mainstream that way.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are your favorite comedy clubs?
Favorite comedy clubs? I really do enjoy the Comedy Store. The Belly Room is a great room to do. I like the intimacy of it. I've been to... the Ice House was nice to me. The Ice House was a little big and like almost aerated in terms of the environment. But yeah, and then as far as some other ones, Federal Bar is a nice one. I've only done a couple so far, so still feeling it out.
if you like intimate, you're gonna like this place.
Liquid Zoo. Yeah, it definitely seems like it. I love that. That's a very nice vibe.
You've performed in dive bars before?
No, this would be considered my first dive bar. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Cool. Well, you ever hang out in dive bars as a customer?
Yeah. I'm from like a small town in Michigan, so like most of our bars are just considered dive bars out here. So it's definitely like kicking it old school back home.
Do you have a back home feeling?
Yes, totally.
I think that's the thing with dive bars. You're right. In LA, everything is all classy and done up.
Yeah.
But when you go to a dive bar in LA, it makes you feel like you're back home.
Yeah.
So you're from Detroit, or?
I'm from the west side of the state, over by Kalamazoo, about 40 minutes south of there.
So there's a lot of dive bars there. Right?
Yeah. It's just a smaller, rural area.
Anything crazy goes down in dive bars, though?
Not really. Pretty. I mean, I
don't
know.
Is it a laid back crowd? Is it a laid back crowd? It's kind of intense.
It can get a little intense. I was involved in a bar brawl once back there, and it was very interesting.
You were throwing punches?
I didn't. No. I would never.
Oh, you missed out.
I missed out.
I
missed out. This guy approached this other guy, and they had some beef. But then, like, nothing happened at the moment. The guy went back to sit down. They kicked the other guy out. Well, the other guy, like, ran around to the front of the bar and, like, basically ambushed the other guy and just sucker punched him right off his bar stool. And then we were all like, what's going on?
Did he get assaulted before?
No, not before. He just, like, had owed the guy money. And so, or I think the guy owed him money, so he, like, hit him. And then we're all like, what's going on?
You
and
can't
like,
get involved.
Yeah, I didn't. I kept the guy down because this guy was like, yo, I'm going to. And I was like, dude, don't. Like, you're down.
It's not like your buddy getting punched.
No, it wasn't my buddy, but it was like,
you were just there.
It was a group of us, and we were like, what's this? And everyone, and then the bartenders were like, yo, got up on the bar, was like, break it up, and like, shut it down. So
once my parents got in a bar brawl in their 60s.
Really?
With the neighbors. Yeah, the neighbor ended up topless, and I don't remember exactly the whole story, but they, I'm from Modesto, which is a small town.
Okay.
Every bar is a dive bar there, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And they got kicked out of the bar that time. They got kicked out another time for making out again in their 60s.
Oh, wow, okay,
They're laying on top of each other, making out in a dive bar.
Your parents are living like they're young. I mean, they're just living. They're
like,
hey, 60's the new 20, I guess. In that case.
Totally. Yeah, I don't even lay down and make out in bars.
Yeah, that's new for me too.
You could try it. Anyway. All right, well, cool. Well, thanks for coming on. How can people find you on social media?
So social media, I'm KJ_Vaughn on Instagram. Twitter, it's KJV28. Facebook, KJ Vaughn. You can look me up. I use Instagram the most for comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, can't wait to hear your set.
All right, cool. KJ, thanks for coming through.
Yeah, thanks for
Definitely came through. Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like this next person coming to the stage. They sound like they are a good baseball player or some shit. This motherfucking name is cool. It's like the KJV. Sick ass name. He probably bats 400. So show some love for KJ Vaughn.
Thank you. Repping the KJV. I've got them on sale outside, okay? We had the religious pastor, now we got the Bible salesman, all right? Listen, we're going to hit it hard tonight. That's what I'm saying. The little ugly girl from Wild Joe's story grew up and became a full-fledged comedian. So, there we go. A couple people were like, wait a minute. Now, I work at a brunch restaurant, and I bring that up, not because it feels like a brunch crowd. I mean, it's a little bit more of, not that crowd, but I love my job, Great. Comedy pays the bills. So here's the deal. I got some questions about brunch, and it really boggles my mind. So I'm not from California. I'm from the Midwest, and I feel like back in the Midwest, and maybe like 10 years ago, you wanted to get brunch, or you wanted to hang out with a friend, you'd hit them up, you'd be like, yo, let's grab some brunch. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm feeling steak and eggs. Nothing crazy, right? It's very low key. But in like Southern California in 2019, that is not the case at all. I mean, it's like a whole production, Like some people think, LA is like a wet and a dry season. I don't think that's the case. I do think it's only 2 seasons. It's indoor brunch season and outdoor brunch season. And we're in the heart of outdoor brunch season, okay? Like when this happens, I have a bunch of these brunch girls, as I call them, and they flock to my restaurant. And I know you're probably saying, KJ, flock's a little bit of a harsh term. I think they have bird brains. So, it seems fair. It seems fitting. And they're like, oh my gosh, brunch. Like they just hone in, I don't know. They're always like, Becky, brunch. And like, again, right, okay, taking a picture of your food, right? We've all done it. I've done it. Instagram, it's the age of social media. You take a pic, you post. I get it. One pic. But these girls, you know, it's like, snap, 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 snap. You know, you got to take like 50 pics. Number one, first off, we all know you're only going to use one, you know, because then they sit there. No. Lighting's not right. I look fat. No. You know, and then they get one. And also, I don't think, you know, lighting off of someone's face, they say it changes and stuff. I don't think that's the case. At 30 degrees, it's a poached egg, you know. 25 degrees, it's a poached egg. 15 degrees, still poached egg. It's always a poached egg. You can't change the color of the hollandaise sauce, okay? Just eat it. But then they have the audacity to wave me over, you know, excuse me. Can you warm this up? It's a little cold. Can you just warm this up? Maybe you should have ate it 40 minutes ago, okay? I mean, that's how it works. Eat it when it's hot or let it get cold. I don't know. And then I have like the people who want like extra hot lattes. I don't get that. I've never understood that. You want something super hot that you got to wait for it to cool down anyways before you can drink it, but they're like, make it extra hot so I can burn myself, I guess. I don't know. The best, though, is at the end of the meal, right? Like, let's say 4 girls come in. And, again, I'm the waiter, so these are the great details that I get to experience on a daily basis, folks. Let's say 4 girls, you know, let's call her Jen. Jen just got a coffee. It seems like a Jen move, you know, just a coffee. Everyone else did not just get coffee. Totals like $100. And then the one girl, I call her, you know, like Becky, the lead brunch connoisseur. You know, it's like, we're going to split that 4 ways. Split it 4 ways. It's $25 a pop, okay? $25 a pop. Jen, you're getting ripped off. That's too much for coffee. That's all I'm saying. And when I go to, like, get the check, I always look at the Jen of the table, and she always looks back, not to, like, outrightly scream for help, but she definitely silently begs for it, you know, it's a friend she's chosen in life. Because I could itemize the receipt, but I don't tell her. I don't. It's much better watching that play out. I love it. I got like 2, it's got the brunch guy in here. The best thing, too, though, is when we're slow, I have to clean underneath our tables. And I work at like a nicer brunch restaurant, you know, in Hollywood. And I'll say this, for being 2019, I think everyone assumes we're going to get some really impressive things done, right? We have some very grandiose ideas. Like, we're going to finally, you know, accept climate change is a real thing, I guess. Let's start there. I feel like, though, we should start with like an easier goal, you know? I would say, let's just figure out how to dispose of your gum properly, okay? I was taught at a young age, if something was in your mouth, it probably didn't belong on anything else other than the trash. Apparently, a lot of people did not get that message. Like, I got to clean gum underneath tables. And I'm like, I thought we figured this out in 5th grade. A lot of people did not. So I'm not a gum sticker. That's what I'm labeling you from now on if you are. But I'll say this. I would assume that when you stick gum, it's like quick. You know, like James Bond, you know, plant the bomb. You don't want to look like you're like jacking off underneath the table, hand back on the table, right? You want to be smooth about it. But like, this gum's like really, you know, really rubbed in, which, you know, it takes some effort. And the only thing I can imagine is maybe like a girl went out on a date and the guy was like talking about his ferret for like 20 minutes and it was like a nervous twitch. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, like counterclockwise, just like trying to get through it. That's the only explanation I can have when I'm scraping this gum off. Don't worry, you shouldn't have to check underneath here. I already got all the gum here. How do you think I got the stage time, okay? It's a tough life. Yeah, I don't know. But on a separate note, I'm not a fan of transitions, so let's just jump into it. My mom called me the other day, right? She got all nervous, you know. She was like, KJ, I'm talking to this guy. I was like, wow, sounds like trouble for my dad, you know. But, you know, no, my dad's great. He left a few years ago, though, and I think my mom got him back because my mom didn't get him a tombstone. So it only seems fair. Thank you. I did that the other night. The best. I've had multiple great reactions to that joke. 2 of my favorites were, I did it at a show. After the show, my friend says, great set. Didn't expect to hear a joke about your dead dad. I was like, you don't know my comedy. It's killer. And then last night, I walk off stage and all I hear is, yeah, his dad's dead. I was like, and I laughed because I'm like the guy didn't get it. Guy was like, wait, tombstone. Is she cheating on him? What's going on here? I was like, thank you, mister. You got it. Keep the message. Get it around. I don't know. That's one of my favorite ones. That's for me, you know. But yeah, I another fun random thing. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to this. No transitions. Let's just keep chopping through it. I thought of something the other day. It really came to me. And I realized if you eat a breakfast burrito to start your day, the rest of your day is the shit. So, thank you. That's it. These are okay. You know, I'm matching the material. No, I'm just kidding. To the dive bar, you know, we got to do it. Okay, there it is. I was like, oh hey, there's a light there somewhere off in the distance. I think it's for me. I'll leave on this one. So, I think in 2019, sometimes it feels like people have given up on America being the land of opportunity. Okay, now I still believe in it. And it helps that I'm a straight white male, but still I do. I believe in it. Okay, I believe in it. And I think the perfect example is Michael Jackson. Okay, because we're pre-HBO Michael Jackson. Okay, we knew he was diddling kids. Let's just assume that they didn't film the kids talking about how big his dick was or whatever. Okay, let's go back 1987 Michael Jackson. Well, actually, okay, more like 01 Michael Jackson for this. But here's the deal: Michael Jackson. Born a poor black boy in Gary, Indiana, and to die a rich white woman in Beverly Hills. I mean, if that doesn't mean you can't move up in the world, I don't really know what does. Great, good. That gets a mixed reaction. But let's keep it rolling. My name's KJ Vaughn. Wherever the host is, I'll be here. Let's have a good night. Woo! That's it.
Another round of applause for Mr. KJ Vaughn. That's right. I'm actually a Michael Jackson fan, and that little HBO thing hurt my feelings and whatnot.
LA residents, are you tired of slippery floors? Are you afraid you might slip on your tile? Well, check out tightgripla.com. It's a local business coming out, surveying your floors, and treating it with a non-slip solution, a semi-permanent non-slip solution that will keep your floors safe, whether in the rain outdoors or indoors in the kitchen or bathroom areas that sometimes get wet and very slippery. So if you want safer floors and to not get injured while you're just walking around, check out tightgripla.com.
Hey, we got Ryan Kelly here.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
So, your first time on our show, is it your first time performing in a dive bar?
No, not at all. I performed in a lot of dive bars, especially I went to school in Michigan and I performed in a place called Mulligan's a lot.
It sounds divey.
It was so divey. Just like the level of divey, we had there were two people that they survived, but they OD'd on heroin in a week of each other. So we were like, yeah.
I heard that's a big issue in that part of the country.
It is. I'm from Missouri, and so it's just like the opioid belt now. So
wow.
That's what's going on.
That's sad. So you moved out here. When did you move out here?
About 2 years ago.
Okay. To do comedy, or have you been doing comedy the whole time?
Yeah, for the most part. Just moved out for a lot of different reasons, and I'm happy to be doing comedy now. And, yeah,
cool.
It's been good.
How does it compare, doing comedy in LA versus back in Michigan?
It's a lot more opportunity, but there's also, definitely highs and lows of both. You can get longer stage time out there, but it's definitely fun and keeps you going out here to see all the people that are great. So that's fun.
So there's a lot of funny people here, we all know. Are there funny people back home also?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And some of them have moved out here now, and I get to hang out with them, and that's great. Yeah.
You recognize people sometimes?
Absolutely.
Wow. That's nice.
It's been cool.
Nice. So you're cute. You're so good looking and young. Are you doing acting or modeling?
I do. I walk a little runway.
Oh wow! Hey, I have a good eye.
Oh, yeah.
I could be a model casting agent.
Well, and if you like my look, please do.
I don't have anything to cast you in, but
totally fair. But no, I don't really do acting as much.
Okay.
Do mostly stand up. Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah, it's been good.
That's fun. Well, we're happy to have you on the show. I hate to cut this short, but we are going to start soon. So where can people find you online if our listeners want to find your social media or that kind of thing?
At Ryan Kelly Comedy on Instagram.
How do you spell Kelly?
Kelly.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Yeah, it's no extra E.
Okay.
And then,
The host is running late.
All right.
That would be, that's what I recommend.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to hear your set.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, so you guys ready for the next comedian? You goddamn right, goddamn right. We got the RK coming up to the stage. My man coming up right now, Mr. Ryan. Get it! Alrighty, so I am a clean comedian after GT's set. So it's just, it cycled real well into me. That's how it goes. I'm clean only because of the way I look. No one ever expects me to say bad words at all. I look way too much like a youth pastor. Okay, like that's what we got going on. Also, are you really a lawyer for Disney? No. Oh my God. I'm a lawyer, not for Disney. It scared the crap out of me. I gotta be honest with you. Also, you look like if Jim Gaffigan had a brother that was successful and tougher, that would be you. You just look like the more masculine version. I'm like, damn. I still don't look masculine, which is unfortunate. So, this is just kind of what I was. People come up to me all the time and tell me what I look like to my face. They're like, you look like a Republican ventriloquist doll. Oh, that's not nice. No. That does not suggest good things. It's like I believe in trickle down and a hand up my ass. That is not true. People do say, I got told that I recently, that I look like I could have fought in either World War. I just look blindly ignorant to what I'm getting myself into, but it's for the cause. So I got told that I look like a gay Hitler Youth. All right, it was very direct and not great. A couple things about that. First off, curveball, I'm straight. No one ever sees that one coming. Yeah, and second off, I'm Jewish, okay? So I'm as far on the other end of that as you could possibly get. Also, I'm not fully Jewish. I think we can all tell by just looking at me. I'm Jewish. It's kind of where we're at. It's fine. It's great, but no one believes that I'm Jewish, which I think is my Jewish superpower. Because when things go bad for my people again, and they will, historically speaking, I'm going to be a great spy. It's going to be amazing. Oh, Ryan, did you check the synagogue for all of the Jews? And I'm going to be like, yeah, I did. Super weird. None of them were there. Go. That's how we're going to make it. One step at a time. People do ask me all the time if I'm gay. They'll come up and they'll be like, Ryan, are you gay? And I'm like, no. And they're like, are you sure? Not the correct response. Yeah, I don't know why my sexuality is like a Jeopardy question. It's like, yeah, I will not be taking cock for 800. Okay, that's not what I want. Also, I'm like, Ryan, are you gay? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, you just don't know it yet. Not how I think gayness works. Don't think it's on a time delay. I don't think it's like meteorology where it's like, ooh, Monday, we got a 15% chance of penis. But Tuesday, we're looking at 30%, and Wednesday, it's going to be raining men, hallelujah. It's a little weather girls humor for y'all. I've been mistaken for a lot of things. The weirdest thing I ever got mistaken for was a gang member. Yep. I was as shocked as the rest of you were, specifically a Crip. I was shocked because I was leaving a buddy's house. And here's the thing, a shark or a jet for sure, okay? Because none of you can picture me going, where's the money? But you can all picture me fight dancing. Are you kidding? That I could do. Yeah, I was leaving my buddy Kevin's house. Kevin lives in an area I describe as a bit gangy. And I'm walking out of his house, and it's just not right. It's very late at night, and 3 dudes from across the street yell out at me. By the way, they're all wearing blue. It didn't look like a sale at Target. This is what led them to that decision. It looked very pre-planned. And they go, yo, Saber, what's up? And I look around for Saber, because I'm pretty sure that guy could mug me, okay? Because look at me. Here's the thing. I weigh 140 pounds. That's 2 second graders in a trench coat pretending to be an adult, ladies and gentlemen. That's not... The average American woman weighs 165 pounds. I could get mugged by anyone, is what that means. And they yell out, yo, Saber. And I turn around to look for Saber, and they go, no, man, it's you. And I go, it's not. And they go, yeah, what are you doing? And I ran to my car, because I didn't want to figure out what they thought I could have been as Saber. But I thought about it. What could Saber possibly do for the gang if he looks like me? He's for sure does accounting for the gang, unquestionably. Oh my God, no question. It would be perfect. It's oh my God, blow sales are down. How are we going to get hoes in different area codes? I could do that math. Also, what does a drive-by by the accountant Saber look like? It's just I'm going to audit you so hard. Or just oh, number 2 pencils, boom, eat lead. That's... That's what I imagine. Either that or Crips HR. I'd crush it in Crips HR. I know that for sure. Like, yeah, tell me. No, absolutely. Who be acting a fool? Like, what's going on? Like, I think I'd be very good at that. I've lived a life that nobody has expected. It's just been one horrible situation after another. I've survived a plane crash. Would you like to hear about it? Yeah. Here's the thing. To get you in the right mindset, I've got something called an essential tremor, which means at random points my brain will send a message to my head that it's time for a dance party. It's not cute, I'll tell you that for sure. Here's the thing, I used to not tell girls about it because I thought that, oh, they won't like me because of that. Turns out, no. They just think, oh, look at this guy. He comes with settings. Like, that's super fun. Now, so I get on a plane, knowing all that about me. I sit in the emergency exit row. When I sit in the emergency exit row, my little brother sits with me. Do you know you can get carded to sit in the emergency exit row? I am 23 years old. And that age to sit in the emergency exit row is 15, and I get carded all the time, every time I fly. That's like, oh, you'll like it when you're older. Maybe not. Maybe this will just be it. So I get on the plane, and this whole set should just sum up, don't fly American. And I sit down, and we take off into the air, which is a good start. And then we're going through an electrical storm. And it's getting kind of dicey, and we're not going super high. And I know that I'm sitting next to the window, and I can hear the door because it is not fully closed. No, it is not. No, they did not shut the... Has anybody ever tried to move their car recently in the past 5 years without having your seatbelt on? You know how it yells at you like you're committing a federal offense? Apparently, if you don't shut the plane door, they're just like, go with God. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. So we're up in the air, and we're not getting super high so we don't lose pressure. And then all of a sudden, we get out of the electrical storm, and we bank hard left. We Mario Kart drifted this bitch, okay? Like, we just straight, yoink! And 6 oxygen masks in the front of the plane deploy. Nowhere else. If I knew upgrading came with survival, I would have gotten first class, okay? Are you shitting me? Now, as that happens, the pilot comes over to the intercom, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, we're having severe technical malfunctions. We're going to have to make an emergency landing. And with a voice like that, I was like, you know what, even if we crash and die, Tom Hanks is going to play him in the movie. And then, you know, that's going to be awesome. I can live with that. But then the flight attendants come running through the cabin, and I shit you not, going, call your loved ones, call your loved ones, call your loved ones. First off, I don't know where they were on training day. I'm pretty sure that's step one. Don't do that, okay? And second off, we're getting mixed reviews from the cockpit on how this is going to go, you know? So all of a sudden the plane gets very quiet, too quiet, and that's because both of our engines had overheated and shut down. Both is a fun word because it means two, but it also means all. So we're completely out of engines. So we're tilted down, and we're going back towards the ground. Now, it turns out at the same time there had been icing that had formed on the wings, preventing them from... Yeah, it just got worse and worse. The flaps couldn't control. Now, at this point, we've already established that I shake. My little brother's got this thing where whenever he gets scared or nervous, he falls asleep. Yeah. So we're the worst emergency exit row team in history. Are you kidding? Yeah, if you don't mind stepping over the body, we'll see if we can get this door open. Like, that's not going to go well. But we do. We come back into Newark Airport, and we land. And when we land, our wheels on our left side pop and explode, and wheels on our right side pop and explode. Yep. And the hardest part about that is getting this back in here. And when that happens, we skid to the end of the runway. And, wow, now I'm just not going to be able to get this in. All right. There we go. We're going to slide it. That's the technique. When we skid to the end of the runway, I still fly. I'd like to point you to this out because we get taken back and we fly the very next day. The problem is that I then sent a text message to my mom that next day, and she didn't realize that there were time differences. So she thought that I was still in a plane after a plane crash, and I texted her. The way I say I love you is I loves you. She thought that I texted her, I loved you. If you guys ever want to see how much your mom loves you, text her past tense that you love her, and if she calls you less than 35 times, guess my mom loves me more. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Ryan Kelly. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was all right. That was a great job. Good job by the man right there. Another round of applause for Ryan Kelly. Boy, killed that shit. Great job. Great motherfucking piece of crip. I'm going to laugh about that for 3 motherfucking days. I ain't going to lie to you guys.
Hey, guys, you need a party tent. You need a commercial tent. You need a tent because you have no garage. Well, log on to webtentsale.com. WEBTENTSALE.com, and check out our site. This site is designed for commercial tents, party tents, and anything but camping tents. So if you need a tent because you have a party and you will need to buy it instead of renting it all the time, you're tired of throwing your money down the drain, well, go to our website, webtentsale.com, and check it out and order your tent right now.
Hey, Dive Bar Comedy. We are back with Mario Hirose. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
It's your first time on our show. What brought you to GT's Comedy Jam and this dive bar?
One of my friends actually performed at the show a couple weeks ago and recommended it, so I mentioned he had a great time and
cool.
thought I'd try it out.
Have you ever done dive bar shows before?
I've done my fair share.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem like you've been around the block a few times.
A little bit.
Where did you start doing comedy?
Orange County. And all because a girl broke up with me.
You were depressed? See, I became a songwriter, writing depressing, sad songs when I got broken up with. And you started telling funny jokes. How does that work?
I take a lot of random classes, and so I said, you know what, I've always wanted to try stand-up, and so I took a little 6-week class, and it figured it would have been like a bucket list thing, but then it kind of escalated from there.
That's what I did. Same thing. And how long have you been doing comedy now?
A little over 2 years now.
Okay. Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, when I took that class, that was 2012. I took a class, and I'm still doing it. So,
wow.
And the class, I don't know how much I really learned from the class, but it definitely got me started. So it's good just to get a jump start and get yourself on stage.
Where was your class?
I don't recommend it. So I don't want to even say the name of it because the teacher, the first day of class, they ask you to introduce yourself. And I told a story, but they asked me all these personal questions. I ended up telling a story. And the teacher stole my story. He kept saying every week, you got to use that story. I go, no, I don't want to tell that story. He goes, if you don't tell it, someone else will. And next thing you know, I went to his other class's show, and the other lady was telling my story as a joke, as if it were hers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, my teacher, for a beginning class, stole my joke, or stole my true story, and made it somebody else's joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever see him around?
I get his emails. No, you know what? This teacher, I did learn things from him, specifically... I'll tell everybody what I learned. The joke has, they say 3 parts, but let's just say 2 parts. Setup, punchline, okay? Make the setup as short as possible, the punchline as funny as possible, end on the funniest word, and then add as many extra punchlines, meaning tags, after that, and end on the funniest punchline. So that's the formula we learned.
So where else do you perform besides Flappers?
You know what? I actually just got a brand new job 2 months ago. So I just started taking bookings again. So like last year.
What are you taking?
No, I just started getting booked for shows
break.
again. Yeah, so I took like a little 2-month break because of this new job, and I'm just starting to get back into it. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the nightlife is interfering with your day job.
A little bit.
You're back. You're back into the groove.
All right. It's just the new job's got some business travel, so I didn't want to have anything conflict with like a show.
All right. Well, sorry to cut this interview short, but it looks like our show is about to start. So where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at mario.hirose, my last name. So it's Mario Hirose on either Instagram or Twitter.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you.
Or something. It's a complicated. Oh, it's a pretty name. I like this name. I got to get you guys warmed up. Are you ready for this dude? Say yeah. Say yeah. So put it together with Mr. Mario Hirose! And he's like an Asian guy! Rishi, you're asking about small dick porn? That is Asian porn. Every Asian porn is small dick porn. Why do you think it's all censored down there so we can't see it? There's a couple here, like what? Dating 10, married 2 or something?
Yeah. 12 total.
Yeah. And you're now here at a bringer comedy show.
Yeah.
Are one of you two the comics or?
Yeah, this guy.
Okay. God, that's a strong marriage and relationship to be supporting this. Like, most comics had to bring one person to perform up here. I think there was a girl from Texas. Thank you for bringing the curtains. All right. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Fuck. What happened to me? I just bought a pair of new sunglasses. What do you think? Yeah. Coming out of the mall when I bought them, I really liked them until someone mistook me for the Gangnam Style guy. You know, I really don't know what's worse, like knowing I look like Psy, or if I shave the sides of my head, I look just like the leader of North Korea. I've been dating someone too. We've been just a little over a year now. No affirmation. I'm a stand-up comic. We're perpetually single. So, like, we actually met on Match.com. Anyone else here on Match? One person. That's the reason why she was the only person to email me. So, I'm Japanese, not Mexican. My girlfriend's actually German. And, you know, when people ask, like, before that first date, you know, my friends would ask me, are you excited? My response is absolutely. Japan and Germany have a long history of getting along. Now, here's the problem, though. Like, if this works out, like, you know, if her and I end up dating 12 years, we are going to make one really evil baby, right? But on the bright side, I finally have someone to watch that TV show, Man in the High Castle. That joke is a litmus test for who's going to Amazon Prime in this room. And it sounds like not many. So, you know, despite the jokes about the small penises, I actually do have a big dick. And here is a proof. I am actually a brain tumor survivor. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what the hell does that have to do with, like, an Asian guy saying he's got a big dick? Well, you know, like, when you are on a brain tumor, the type I had, they put you on a cocktail of medications. Some of the medicines, you know, those call your doctor symptoms for, like, all those medications, some of them, like, were, like, increased compulsion to gamble. True story. Frequent erections, and an enlarged penis. 2 out of 3 in bed, right? So I called my doctor and asked, like, would these be considered medical emergencies? Or do I just call to say thank you? And hypothetically, if I was going on a date tonight, can I increase the dosage? And I had a brain tumor for, you know, this all started 10 years ago. I am proud to say as of 3 years, I'm like completely brain tumor free. The problem now, though, is I have massive gambling debts. On the bright side, because of the side effects, I've been paying off my debts by doing porn. It is not gay porn like the other comic was referring to, so I am not that best friend, just for the record. My girlfriend actually just met my parents for the first time. Now, like, I'm Japanese, but I'm like Panda Express Japanese. And I didn't know this. My girlfriend's name is Heather. If you pronounce it with a Japanese, like, pronunciation, it means I farted. The thing, too, is that, like, my parents liked her so much, they actually want to take her to Japan and, like, meet my relatives. I don't know how to refer to her as now. Like, one solution is you take the first syllable of, like, the first name and you add chan to it. So it would be like he-chan. And that's like how you would give, like, a nickname in Japanese. The problem is the literal translation for that is fart girl. Now, you two have been dating a long time. Like, how long did it take for you two to like actually smell and hear a fart? Well, when was the first fart? Wow.
I farted on there the second I met him.
Okay. So it took 10 months before I smelled my first girlfriend's fart. Like, we were driving in Maui, and she just destroys the car. And all I could think, I had no idea it was her. I was like, oh my God, like, what the hell did we drive through? And she just starts laughing. And to her credit, she just owns it and goes, babe, I am so sorry. And I was like, oh my God, this is the first time I have ever smelt one of your farts. And she starts giggling. She's like, oh, actually, I've probably farted 50 times around you. This is actually only the first time you actually smelt it, though. Now, let me run this by you guys. 1 stinky fart out of 50. I think I found myself a keeper, right? My name is Mari Hirose. Thank you so much for your time. Dog bar comedy. Of course the mic stand don't work. Of course people talk bad, loud in the back. This is dive bar comedy. Of course the host is drunk and crazy. This is dive bar comedy, motherfucker. Welcome to the GT Comedy Jam. You have it all right, Tom? You fucking right, baby. We doing got a butt up in here. You know what I mean? Let's get it in. Mario Hirose, Japanese. And I'm going to tell you why he got a big dick. Because Japanese motherfuckers like Wu-Tang Clan. So they got to have some brother in them. They be like, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, ha! That's why he got a little mixed girl. She wants some of that Wu-Tang too. That's right. Another round of applause for Mario Hirose. Fart girl. I farted. Hello, meet my girlfriend. I farted. That's fucking hilarious, bro. That's fucking hilarious. Now I can't. Now I'm scared to date a Japanese girl because I think my name means stick my dick in your mom's mouth or some shit. Oh, this is Carl Anthony. She's like, oh my God, what did you say to my mother? I'm like, my name's Carl Anthony. I'm sorry, Mr. Japan guy.
Hey, ladies, you want some hot deals on sexy styles? Check out everydaysweetheart.com for everyday great deals on cute and sexy outfits, clubwear, mini dresses, leggings, sexy lingerie, and guys, feel free to stop by too and find something hot for the girl of your dreams. That's everydaysweetheart.com, and for 10% off, use the friend code TAKE10. That's TAKE10. Thanks a lot.
Dive Bar Comedy. We are back with Debbie Montgomery. She's been on our show, not doing comedy, but just talking with her friend Tom Ayers a few months ago, and now we finally have you to perform.
Yay! It's about time.
I haven't heard your stand-up yet. I haven't heard it yet.
Well, it's unique. It's very Texican.
Texican?
Texican. I'm from Texas. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got a beautiful flyer here.
What do you make songs?
I'm also
music?
a singer.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
What style of music? I want to say country music based on your accent.
Everybody says, what kind of country music do you sing? I don't.
Well, what
I
do you do?
sing jazz,
Oh.
rhythm and blues,
All right.
American Songbook, Broadway.
Oh, wow. I like that kind of stuff. That's nice.
It's kind of crazy. I'm classically trained.
You must have a good voice to sing those songs because the songs take a lot of vocal power.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
I'm
You're classically trained.
You just released a record?
I have a CD on iTunes, yeah.
When did you release it?
It's about 4 years ago, I
So
think.
you got whole CD out on iTunes, and you have it on CD Baby, or
I have it on CD Baby and iTunes.
you have an actual CD, or just 12 or 14
No,
songs?
it's an actual CD. Most of the music was actually written by my dad.
Oh, wow. So he must have been a musician also.
Yeah, we're both born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I was raised in South Texas, but you'll hear about that tonight.
Okay, so we're going to get your life story on stage tonight.
No, just a twinge.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up actually only about a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm a newbie.
So how did you meet Tom Ayers? You met him doing stand-up, or you already knew him from before?
I met him, he's a friend of my acting teacher.
Okay.
And I've run across him in a couple of theaters.
Okay.
And then I started working with him privately, and then I started taking a class of his, stand-up comedy class.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't realize that there was a class.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know some people say, what, you're taking a class?
Wait, is Tom Ayers teaches a class? Oh, I didn't realize he taught. Wow, that's great.
The man is quite the genius
You know
with
what?
writing.
It can help anyone to take a class. It really can.
Well, when you're first starting out.
Especially when you're first starting.
When you're first starting out, it helps. It gives you some groundwork. It
Yeah.
gives you some foundation. And then you can blossom and grow from there.
Yeah, but even if you've been doing it a while, it still could help you if you go with a good coach or a good teacher, because you can't always see your blind spots.
Oh, it's so true, because when you're in the middle of it, you don't see it. And you go, what happened? And a coach or somebody can let you know.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So people could buy your CD online. Where else can they find you online to find out about your upcoming shows and that type of thing?
Instagram,
okay,
Debbie Montgomery, and Facebook, Debbie Montgomery. And I'll be at the Gardenia in West Hollywood on the 16th. One-woman cabaret show.
August 16th.
August 16th, that's correct.
Where's that?
It's
Gardenia? What'd you say?
The Gardenia.
Okay.
It's a cabaret lounge and restaurant.
Great. Well, that's a lot of fun. I hope some people can come and check you out.
And the comedy helps.
All right.
Anyways, coming up right now, Debbie Montgomery. People, put your hands together for Debbie Montgomery.
Thank you. Hey, y'all. Yeah, y'all. My name's Debbie Montgomery, and I am from the far south. Deep South Texas, from a little old town called Corpus Christi, well known for beautiful women. You know, Farrah Fawcett's from my town. Eva Longoria, she's from my town. And Salinas, she was from my town. You know, and of course there's me. So people have a lot of trouble telling us apart, but I don't worry about that. I know. Anyway, raised by daddy from Memphis, Tennessee, mother from North Carolina. I'm about as southern as the back end of a northbound mule. And as such, I'm, have southern hospitality coming out my pores. So the other day when I was in Walmart, I let this guy cut in front of me. He only had one item, right? So I figured that's no big deal. I let him in. It's a little southern hospitality. But the guy behind me, he went ballistic. What the hell, lady? Grow some balls and put that guy in his place. I'm going like, balls? Me? Ew, no. Oh, hell no. I turned around and looked at that sucker and said, listen here, bucko. I don't need testicles. I have got chesticles. Hello. And they're a hell of a lot bigger than your pair. So back off before I hit you with one of them. And by the way, you really should quit wearing those tight jeans. They aren't doing you any favors. That's right. I have chesticles. And they are my superpower. And the bane of my existence. This part you guys probably won't like. She will. But anyway. First grade, doctor told my mother, leave the kid alone. Those are not tumors. 9th grade, I was in a B cup. Now, there are a lot of women go their whole lives in a B cup, and they're perfectly happy. But I was 9 years old and still growing. It's just ridiculous. Hey, by 8th grade, though, I caught up with Dolly Parton, 36D. So, in high school, the girls and I decided to do the pencil test. For you guys that don't know what that is, you take a pencil and you put it up underneath there, and if it falls out, you don't need to wear a bra. But if you take a microwave and stick it up underneath there and lose it for a day, that's a flunk. So those of us that flunked, we went down to Victoria's Secrets to check it out, right? My friends, they all got such pretty little nothings. I got a recommendation to go to Home Depot for my scaffolding. It's not nice, I'm telling you. Oh, so, yeah. I also have other problems with clothing. It's like I cannot wear white. No matter how careful you are, I get white headlights. Dirty headlights. There you go. That's the key. I can't wear a shirt with buttons. You know, a button-down shirt is like carrying a loaded gun. All I have to do is yawn. Incoming! There you go. That was funny. Anyway, I could kill somebody. Wouldn't you love to see that police report? Anyway. Okay. Yeah, other problems. Oh, something I learned early on. Never go horseback riding in a cheap bra. Once that horse hits a gallop, you'll give yourself a black eye and knock yourself off the horse. It's just not right. It's not right. I got other problems, too. I mean, I used to play the guitar, but it kept getting farther and farther and farther away. I finally gave up, chucked it, and got a ukulele. Fits right up underneath there. I could pull it out and play it for you right now. Well, never mind. Oh, problems. Other problems with that. Yeah. Never go to sleep with these things loose. It's not nice. It's like wrestling with an inflatable raft. You know, it's just like all over the place. But the best part, or the worst part, is this cleavage. I mean, you know, I've been stuck with this cleavage forever. It's become a sucking black hole is what it's become. I mean, everything falls in there. Bobby pins, earrings, McDonald's French fries. I mean, you know, I could show you. Anybody need a fortune cookie? Fortune cookie. No? That doesn't go with beer. Okay. Let's see. I normally have two hands to do this. Let's see. What else? Oh, how about nuts? That goes with beer, right? Anybody want some nuts? No? I'll put it in a pocket. Whatever. Okay. Oh. That's nice. I like that. I needed that 4th of July and I couldn't find it. Now I know where it went. Dadgummit. God bless America. Thank you very much. Okay, what else is in there? Television. I've been looking for this thing for 2 weeks. This is ridiculous. Oh, well. Thank you. That's my time. I'm going to go home and watch some television now that I found this thing. There you are. Hey. Good job.
All right. Go to the round of applause for Debbie Montgomery.
So there it is. That's our show, episode 56 in the bag. And check it out every week. divebarcomedy.com.
56. Don't forget, we have a show at the Liquid Zoo located on 7214 Sepulveda Boulevard in Van Nuys.
Yep, that's this Thursday, August 29th, and always on the 4th Thursday of every month, or the last Thursday of every month.
8:30 p.m.